welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a tad little different to what I normally do. Normally on this channel, we are very positive. We try, well, I say we, but I try to stay very positive. I try to always look on the bright side. I try to, make the most out of this horrid situation. Honestly, this is not a video I thought I would ever make. And I can tell you that 99% of the time, I am happy to just get on with life and to not think about it too much and to just do the most with what I have. You've seen the title of this video, so you know what's happening. Today, I am angry with fibromyalgia. Today, I am angry that I got sick, and today I am really just mad at it and just angry about it. I've been feeling frustrated for a while, and I really need to put it out there. Because of fibro, I can't drive. Most of the time, that's okay. I'm always home. My boyfriend goes to work every day and I'm always home alone every day. And most of the time, I actually really like that. I like having me time. I like being alone. I always have things to do because I make my videos, I edit, I do my housework, I do a bunch of other things, or I try to. But sometimes, and recently, what I felt is that because I can't drive, I'm stuck here all the time. It's just really hard and it's really, really frustrating. I can't go to the supermarket during the day. Fibro has taken away so much of my independence. It's not just financially. I can't go and do things that I like on my own. And it's just so infuriating that I went from being a dancer and being super independent and doing all of my own things and just having all of this strength and independence to somebody who has to wait on everybody else. It's so exhausting. It's exhausting, and it's exhausting to me that I go to my water aerobics class, which is supposed to make me feel better, and it makes me flare, and my flares then make everybody else around me super worried. They delay all of my work. It's just so hard. And it's so hard on my family, and I honestly I try to stay in a good mood, and most of the time I manage. It's this feeling of being a burden. Everything that I do and everything that everybody around me does has to be delayed because I'm flaring. If it was okay, I'm gonna be down for one day and then I'm fine. If it was like that, it would be a lot easier. But the thing is that sometimes you're resting and you're trying to feel better and you're trying to feel better and you're doing all the things right, and you still don't feel better. This disease doesn't make any sense. Sometimes you can sort of see a pattern and you think, okay, I overdid it, so that's why I'm flaring. Or I ate that food and that's why I'm flaring. But sometimes you're eating the right foods, you're drinking enough water, you're doing exercise, you're doing everything right, and you still flare and you still don't know what the hell happened. I've been flaring. I'm sort of out of it now, I think. I don't know. But the planning, the having to constantly plan everything, having to think of every single little tiny detail. It's so tiring. Most of the time you're yeah, I've got to fight it. I got to stay positive, and being sad is only going to make me worse, because we know that being stressed and being anxious and being annoyed and angry and all of this, all of these negative feelings make your symptoms worse. But then you're stressed because you're flaring and you're tired and you just want to get on with life. And then you think, okay, I can't stress because it's going to make me worse. And then you're stressed because you were stressing about things. And now you're stressed because you think okay, I'm ruining it for myself. And then you are stressing because you're still stressing. And it's just this snowball effect. Today and yesterday felt a bit when you blow up a balloon and then you let the air out and it's all sad and weird. I feel that. I feel deflated. Whenever I'm really emotionally exhausted, I have this feeling my ribs just hurt and just my chest hurts a lot. And when you breathe in and you breathe out, it just feels really painful. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, this video is not making any sense. I am aware of that. I don't know where I'm going with this, but the moral of the story is that you are not alone if you are angry at fibro. Because I am angry about the lack of independence. I am angry about all the freaking pain that I'm tired of being in pain. I'm tired about the unpredictability, of just not knowing what the hell's going on. I'm tired of there not being an explanation for why we are in pain, for why all of this is happening. I'm tired of the lack of meds and the lack of why is it such a big deal for us to treat this? Why? Does it have to be so hard? And I'm tired of like how much it damages you and how much it damages like your relationships and how much it damages like your life. The fact that you cannot do the things that normal people do because you can't. And that's the thing. That's the thing, is that we try so hard to just like trudge along and pretend like everything is fine and that like we are still normal people, because society just doesn't believe that this condition is like more than it is, because it's not a disability, because it's like not, you know, it's just pain. But it's not just pain. It's like our brains literally like work differently to other people's brains. Work differently is a very nice way to put it, because I would say don't work. Our brains are just different to other people's, and it's not fair that we have to like live to other people's standards. Clearly, we cannot work like full-time and look after our house and look after our kids and have like an exercise activity that we do so many times a week and have an active social life and have time for ourselves and to rest and to like recharge. We don't have that. Like, there is not enough energy in our bodies to even do that. All of these things, we have to choose like 3 or 4. And I don't understand why it's such a big deal that why can't we just have the like disability stamp like stamped on us? Our illness is just so misunderstood that people are like, oh yeah, it's not, I don't want to call it a disability, when it clearly is. By definition, a disability is something that makes you unable to do things in the same way that everybody else does, right? I'm not going to say that we aren't able to do things at all, but there are things that we can't do. Like, I cannot now hope to have a career as a professional dancer because that is not, my body will never allow it. And that's okay. You know, it's fine that I can't do it. And not everybody is going to be able to do everything. Like, normal people won't all be able to have all of the same careers. We're all different and we all work differently and we all like different things, and that's totally fine. And I don't know why there's a taboo around people saying like, oh, I can't do this. I can't do whatever I want, you know, because my body doesn't allow me to. And being bitter about that is maybe not a good idea, but accepting it, I think, is fine. I can't do it. I can't go and run a marathon tomorrow, and that's okay. I don't want to. I can't go and be a professional dancer. I really wish I could, but I can't, and that's okay. Why do I have to have a full-time job to be successful? Why do I have to have all my house in order to be successful? Why do I still measure myself up to other people's standards? Why do I have these standards for myself, you know? I've thought about this a lot, about the whole like disability thing. Every time that I think about it, I'm more inclined to say like, yeah, I think I have a disability. I think fibromyalgia is a disability. We have this idea of what a blind person is, of what a disabled person is, and it's wrong, because a disabled person is a regular person with a disability. They don't have to be this like idea that we have of them of like poor little people. But it's funny because the reason why I had struggled to like accept or to like see myself or to identify as like disabled is, well, one, because in Portugal, fibromyalgia is not considered a disability. We don't even get like benefits. We don't get help with our medication. We don't get anything. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't think that fibromyalgia was a disability. And the other one is because obviously we can walk and obviously we can do things, and a lot of us do exercise and a lot of us do things. But then I thought, okay, but if I didn't have a leg, right, I could still go to the gym and exercise and I'm still disabled. It doesn't mean anything. The fact that you can do things doesn't make you not disabled. It just means your disability doesn't affect your ability to do that specific thing today. Right? And like, this is just makes me angry. It just fuels my passion for advocating for the condition, because I think it should be considered a disability everywhere, because even though there is like different levels, it is a syndrome, so there's a different spectrum, which is totally like fine and totally like every other disability, by the way. So I think it should be considered one, because most of the time I would really appreciate it if I could park my car in the disabled parking. I do use the priority lines when I have my walking stick with me, but then there's the whole other stigma of it's not just a disability, it's an invisible one, so people are still gonna look at you and you look fine. Okay, so this video started about me being angry at fibro, and now it's about me being angry at like it not being a disability. It's just frustrating that I can't work, but at the same time, I can't apply for disability or for any benefits because I don't qualify. It's kind of infuriating that we, you know, in fibromyalgia, sort of we are between how do you say it in English? A rock and a hard place, I think. In Portuguese, the saying is between the sword and the wall. We're between the sword and the wall because we get all of the awfulness of having a disability and none of the help that is designed to help disabled people. There could be like a possibility for me to be able to have a better life and have more quality of life, but because my condition is not researched enough and it's just like not understood enough, I don't get to. Honestly, what really frustrates and angers me is the fact that like it's not my fault. I didn't ask for this. I am normally frustrated with this whole with the whole public system in Portugal, at least. I know it's different in other places. One of my lifetime goals is to change that and to make it qualify for disability and to make it so that we can have access to healthcare and some benefits and some help, and educating other people on fibro and educating people with fibro. I don't know, it would just be nice to not have as much on your shoulders when you already have an illness. Man, I feel better though, right? This helped me get it off my chest. I think that's it. I just really wanted to kind of vent a little bit and rant. Yeah, that's it. I don't know how to end this. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, and by enjoyed I mean related, I don't know. And don't forget, you can help support my channel through Patreon, and there are a few benefits like watching my videos earlier than everybody else, and for one of the tiers you get to watch exclusive videos that I will not be making public on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave it a like, and please comment down below if you feel like this, because I need to feel like I'm not alone. And consider subscribing to my channel because it would mean so much to me and it would really help me out. That is all of the things that I have to say. I think I will see you in the next video. Bye!